Hi Sag, welcome to your monthly general reading. I'm here to do your monthly. This will be your general detailed monthly. There will also be an additional love reading, so please check that out as well. I am going to pull your leader lanes right here. I just pulled your horizontal lanes, okay, from the Lenormand. I will call those out as I begin to read for you guys. I did a special on the eclipse on the 30th. Please also check out the special that will be coming within the next day or two. I may actually film it today if I have enough extra battery life for the lunar eclipse, okay? And that's going to be especially important to you guys because it's in Scorpio at approximately 26 degrees and change, and it takes place in your 12th house, okay? Very secluded, important house. Okay, not an easy house to deal with sometimes, okay? Especially if you guys have an ascendant or a moon, okay? Or a sun, all right? Towards right after, you know, to keep it in the 12th house, even if it wasn't, I use whole sign houses now. So it's going to be a tougher one for you guys, okay? And it may be felt on an internal level. 12th house used to be known as the house of bad spirit, but it's really just a very secluded place. It can be a very magical place where you start change that's not necessarily denoted on the outside. It's from the inside out rather than from the outside in. But if you handle those changes properly, then when it appears on the house of the first house cusp, you know, you've made it, okay? In whatever lessons those were. So definitely give those some attention, Sag, okay? I'm going to cut here for you. On your Lenormands, we have the lilies, the fox, the child, and the bouquet. The bouquet is for our specialty lane, for specialty messages from spirit for those who really need it. We have a Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? Very empathic individual, all right? You may be letting off a lot of emotions right now or have an individual that's representative of that around you, Sag, all right? I do see a couple of, you know, tougher cards here, but I'll go over them when we get there. Your first leader lane is bag, something important such as a new job or raise. I like that, okay? Especially because you guys had a lot of stuff axe. Somebody else got this axe. Forces working against you, okay? You may feel that a little bit, especially with all the pressures in the 12th house right now, okay? Tortoise, slow but surely getting ahead, okay? And I would definitely recommend that to you guys, especially with the activity that you guys have coming up. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals, okay? We'll explore it, all right? And then you have angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. And this is a very important one, especially on the lane. So I'm going to pull your first lane here. I'm going to pull the recent past, all right? I'm going to pull the current. I'm going to pull the near future, and then I have this specialty aisle. Okay, I don't read reversals in here. I usually discuss them, though, based on the spread and the energy pickups I'm getting. All right, can I have the current? In this current energy, we're leading off here with the fox, which kind of concerns me because it can be a Seven of Swords type energy, which, and it's positive, is excellent. Oh, nice. Can I have the current energy for my Sag, please? And the near future. Seven of Swords and this, you know, the fox tends to be the same. It can mean, you know, in general, really stepping into a period of doing things very stealthily, very much, you know, using your wit and your mind to make changes, all right, that need to be made, all right. Can I have my specialty aisle here, okay? For my Sagittarius. But it can also denote someone around you that you may feel is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, okay? Or you acting in that way yourself, okay? In a manner that maybe you shouldn't, all right? So definitely try and stay in touch right now, Sag, okay? I do have a Six of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, all right? So that I do see that as coming up for you guys last month as well. Really a need to move to greater stability. You had a lot of internal bickering last month going on. If you haven't checked out that general read, please do so, especially if that's applicable to you. Saw a lot of tension between family and love relationships, as well as a lot of hostility going on with family that I went into depth with in that reading for you guys. And I do have a repeat of it here showing up on this lilies, and the lilies can sometimes represent mourning. They can also represent a time of peace. It can be a very positive Lenormand starter, but I do show this 5 of Swords here again, and it is in the recent past. So hopefully you guys are over the brunt of it, although it looked like something that had been going on for a while. You follow that with the King of Swords. So the King of Wands, which is you absolutely in your power. So whatever happened, I'm assuming that you did step up, which was the show that you were going to do last month. And I do see the Wheel of Fortune right after that, and the Hierophant and the Magician, really stepping into your power here, Sag, in the recent past to try to come from a place of peace, as well as to also be in touch and start manifesting what you want for yourself, Sagittarius, which is excellent. On this Fox Isle for the, let me just grab my clarifiers here. On this Fox Isle, in the current energy, you have a Knight of Wands, which this Knight of Wands is one of my favorite Knight of Wands in this deck, and I rarely ever pull it, so I have to show it to you, Sag, because it's absolutely, it reminds me of a Johnny Cash song, but she is taking a leap through a ring of fire. It's an absolutely beautiful depiction of the King of Wands. So, and then right after that is the Ten of Wands, which is indicative of a heavy burden, okay, but also nearing completion. So if you did start some projects, which it did look like you wanted to, I do see you going into, there's a King of Swords here as well. If you're dealing with a King of Swords-like figure in your life, all right, you may have a lot of activity around that figure. All right, trying to coordinate or collaborate with that figure, okay, representative of Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy, but doesn't have to be. All right, this could also be you, heavy in communication and really trying to take an assertive stance towards what you want. It's followed by like some seclusion here with the Hermit, all right, and this 5 of Pentacles, which I'm going to clarify. And the 5 of Pentacles can be a feeling of lack. So I do still show you in some distress here. Reaching completion and trying to spearhead things, it's like letting off the gas and the brake, or kind of, applicable to both at once here, Sagittarius. And I'm going to pull some clarifiers here on that. And then in the near future here, I do show an Ace of Cups, all right, which is overflowing love, maybe new love coming in or a new creative project here. And a 10 of Cups and Death and the King of Cups and the Hangman. So again, with you really stepping into a period of emotions here in the future, which is excellent. All right, so whatever's going on now, I do see some big transformations surrounding happiness within family and within your dreams here, Sagittarius. That's going on for you guys, which I anticipated with the astrology anyway. But let's pull some clarifiers and get into it, okay? 5 of Swords here, yeah. On this 5 of Swords, I did pull an 8 of Swords, which is a hot card right now, okay, because a lot of things are kind of coming up to the surface that people feel imprisoned by with these eclipses, all right? How they play out will depend on your houses, okay? But for you, it's on the 6th and the 12th house access, all right, if you're a true Sagittarius ascendant, okay, or have any placements in there, all right? And in any general horoscope, that's how they interpret them as well. So let me get this King of Wands. Yeah, on this King of Wands, I get a Queen of Cups with her. So if you do have a water figure in your life, that you've been involved with in the past, Sagittarius, in the recent past, for whatever reason, I'm getting that you may have taken a new leap away or with this person who may have been heavily involved with this conflict that you guys were facing. Yeah. And you may have felt an ending there, okay? Or that maybe you did not take advantage of the divine timing at play, or that the timing wasn't right in a scenario for you to take charge. And I did feel a lot of restrictive energy with you guys, like you just felt a little tied up, not able to grab hold of everything that you wanted necessarily, okay? But right after that, I have you with the Hierophant, okay? Yeah, which can be, very good. And on that Hierophant, which I did just ask for 3 clarifiers on, I get the 7 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 4 of Cups. So I do see you trying to take leaps ahead whether that's where you were, okay, in work or with something else. Sagittarius, take it as it resonates. And this Hierophant can be representative of moving up, all right, especially in work scenarios, moving up the rings, really getting a higher position at work, really, you know, kind of taking a leap in work. And it does indicate that it may be connected to that from the cards I'm getting here, all right, and just the general feeling I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, right now. But I do see a lot of manifestation that's necessary for you to take the next leaps that you want here with the Magician on the end, all right. On the Magician, I get a King of Swords, which was a hot figure for you guys last time, and I pulled it with a Fool. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this in your last reading last month, but you know, especially if you have a parent-child relationship with somebody that's a King of Swords-like figure, you could be involved in some, or as a boss, okay, or manager, could be have been involved in some dissension with that figure last month. Take it as it resonates, okay? But I do see it here with an 8 of Cups and another spin on the Wheel of Fortune. So you may be trying to manifest some, either manifest yourself either actually walking away permanently from this, you know, or really trying to, you know, take stock of the timing involved here to really get towards what you want, okay, within this connection, which seemed to be heavily tied to either love, family, work, or the intermingling of those, especially if you're related into a family business. That's what I got last month, Sagittarius, very highly for you guys. And when I was shuffling today, pre-shuffling, I got kind of that same feeling. And on this Fox Isle, I have a Knight of Wands with a King of Cups, okay? King of Cups, highly tied to Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. If you have those yourselves, this could just mean that you're really going into a time of introspection here, especially when that eclipse comes along, about things that you want to spearhead, especially with the King of Cups being represented here. But I'm going to pull some more. Yeah, and it's re-referencing me back again to this Hierophant. So I do have, and an Emperor, okay? If you guys are involved in a family business in which, you know, you work with your family and there's an Emperor-like figure here, I see you trying to really move up or share your emotions with this person more, or trying to take a leap forward at work yourselves towards a more boss-like role. I can tell that there's a lot more going on under the surface with it, Sagittarius, okay? But I do see you really excelling here, whether this is you or someone represented by you. I have Aries and Taurus, or Aries and Taurus cusp represented here, but I think that with these major arcana cards, the way they are, I really see you gallivanting forward here. And with this King of Cups like position here, there's a lot of emotion behind it. Deep emotion. Doesn't mean that you're flaunting or discussing all of your emotions, but very deep. Okay, what's this Ten of Wands? Here you are. Yeah, on this Ten of Wands, I have a Empress, Death, and Temperance. So again, I think that these things are going to be highly tied in this current energy to the upcoming eclipse for you. Okay, the Death card in and of itself is highly tied to Plutonian energy, Scorpionic energy, all right, or, you know, the traditional ruler of Scorpio is Mars, but the modern day ruler is Pluto, and Pluto stands for major transformation, not always death. On an internal level, it's a major arcana card, and I do have it here with the Empress, all right, and I have it here with your major arcana card of Temperance, okay? So whatever you've been carrying has been a very heavy load, and I do see it as an emotional load as well. If you represent the female figure in your home or life, I do see you practicing patience here to carry all the burdens you have. Take that as it resonates, okay? Within your home and your work life, all right? In the upcoming future here, or it's actually in the current energy. Please clarify this King of Swords for me. Yeah. You may have feel stalled out, okay, with this King of Swords, if, you know, that you're communicating with, if it's a significant other in your life or somebody at work, okay? This person may have had a period of illness, or you may be going into a slight period of retreat and restoration, self-care over your relationship with this individual, feeling like you couldn't plod forward. All right, Sagittarius, why is the Hermit here? Yeah, and with the Hermit, again, yeah, On this Hermit energy of going into a period of seclusion, it could also be tied to a Virgo, but not necessarily. I see the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, okay, which I told you was highly tied to this lane that it's in, on this Fox lane, and the Five of Pentacles. And this lane is ended with the Five of Pentacles as well. So you may be worried about money here and really going to the next steps that you want to, and feel a real sense of restriction here while you're in this Hermit mode. And I do see you trying to really get in touch with inner clarity to see how you're going to get in or out of this situation, Sagittarius, all right? Take it as it resonates, but I definitely see some tension in the current energy for you guys, okay? I see some good stuff as well, but there's a high amount of tension here. And for whatever reason, I need to feel like you need to be sly about what you're doing. And what I would say about that, or, you know, things going on really from a secluded place, which makes sense with the moon that you're going to have. On this Five of Pentacles, I do see you here again. I do see you in your stead here and in your power with this King of Wands on this Five of Pentacles, all right? And I do see it here. Maybe you feel like you're losing out on something that was a prior wish fulfillment here, and that you really want a victory with, Sagittarius. And I would suggest that in that current energy that you really use that moon energy to take some time to go inside and speak from the heart to people that you need to speak from the heart on. Okay, you're way too of an emotive being and a wonderful soul to not speak from the heart on the things that are really important, Sagittarius. I'd like to see you guys definitely do that. Definitely check out the eclipse. I do see you standing in your power here, although it looks like maybe something that was a previous wish fulfillment is not seeded out the way you entirely want it to. All right, I do see that you're either hanging on here or trying for victory, all right? Take that as it resonates. I may clarify some more here in a minute. Okay, what's on this Ace of Cups, please? All right, I'm not really pulling clarifiers in, reversals in here, but on this child aisle, and you could be dealing with a parent-child relationship and or dealings with a child. On this Ace of Cups, I do have heartbreak. All right, I pulled a Three of Swords, and it does surround another major love relationship. Does not have to be a significant romantic love relationship. And I do see it here with a period of significant mourning, Sagittarius. All right, there's just a sense, and it may be that for those of you that are happily married but having arguments surrounding a child, that could be the case as well. That may play out for a small portion of you. For others of you, I definitely see some major mourning here, all right? You may have, have suffered a breakup that you were mourning, okay? Or be arguing in regards to a child here, okay? Or you may be having problems with your own parents, all right? Take that as it resonates here, okay? Why is the Hangman here? There is something that you want, that you feel very passionate about here, that you're kind of sacrificing yourself or trying to step into a place of contemplating before you make a move here, Sagittarius, in the near future. All right, it's a place that represents the sun for you. All right, ultimate happiness and joy in the deck that you're highly passionate about. All right, that you feel is a divine gift that you want to go after. Could be with somebody that you really admire or that admires you. Sagittarius, take it as it resonates. I do see that being on your mind highly significantly, okay, in the near future here. All right, why is the King of Cups here? This King of Cups is clarified by the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, Justice, all right, and the High Priestess. All right, so I do see you stepping into your emotions here to make a decision. You may be in love with somebody with highly water and or Gemini placements. Pisces specifically is popping up here. Doesn't have to be. All right, King of Cups can be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And I do have it here with the Justice card. So there is a sense of justice here, and with it being following this Hangman, it might be something that you're moving towards, okay? You're really trying to come from a spiritual place here to bring a sense of justice to a relationship, all right? Or surrounding significant relationships in your life. Please explain this, Ten of Cups. Yeah, for some of you, this definitely surrounds a marriage or somebody that you want a higher level of commitment here, all right? Something where the give and take may have been way off here, Sagittarius, and in the near future, I do see you going into a heightened state of being to really work out these issues, okay? And you may be moving very quickly to do so. Take it as it resonates, Sagittarius, you know. Why is death here? To transform these things in your life, coming out of hermit mode, mustering the strength you need, yeah, to really heal some things here, okay, that have been off in your life, following this hermit mode, okay, which is on the prior aisle. I see, you know, sometimes you have to really step into the pain before you can, and accept the pain, feel the pain, before you can make changes to take the next step. And that's just a part of the grieving process, as well as the process of change, which I see you highly, you know, highly tied into. So definitely check out your love reading, and I'll give you guys some extra time and attention as well on the lunar eclipse reading, okay? You know, on this bouquet aisle, all right, which really is a positive indicator, all right, right now for me, for these specialty messages for spirit, for those of you that really need them. I do see decisions being made here about money, which, you know, and weighing out choices in relation to work, you know, and juggling things, all right, in your work environment and life, all right. I do see it here with the World, yeah. You may be ending something with someone that's a Capricorn, but I do see down here, there's a Queen of Wands, okay? This is your energy. This is a fire-like energy, but I just pulled it here with the Devil, okay? And the Devil is in reverse, so I do see you working on some major changes here, okay? If you're born on the Capricorn Sagittarius cusp, this could be representative of that, okay? But I'm going to pull some more on this, yeah. If you're dealing with somebody with heavy fire energy, aside from yourself, I really do see you in a stage of manifestation here. Just make sure that you're using the powers of your manifestation in a proper way, rather than on manipulation of other people. You know, I don't see that down here for the majority of you. If you have somebody around you that tends to do that, then, you know, maybe keep your eye out on that person, you know. But I don't, you know, a lot of the healthy Sagittariuses that I know, I do see on this Nine of Wands that you are going to be coming out of this period. You're going to be a wounded warrior, but you are going to be dropping these swords and coming out of a period of argumentation, all right, and battles, okay. I do see again that there's this huge tower here with 10 of Pentacles. And this Knight of Pentacles, again, re-referencing me. And this Knight of Pentacles up here came out in the reverse as well, which I don't usually read reversals in here, but I'm going to mention them twice because the Knight of Pentacles has come up twice. And the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow, reliable knight, okay? But in the reverse, he can get stalled out and stuck, all right? And I feel like some of you are stuck, you know, on some things that you really want, that you feel like a little bit just stuck right now, Sagittarius. Take it as it resonates. This is coming out here with this Page of Rods. So for those of you, if you have a child, especially if that child's a fire sign, it could be in regards to that child. I do see a Tower moment down here, all right, and it is regarding significant home family relationships, all right, with this 10 of Pentacles here. Maybe feeling a loss of opportunity, or that, you know, your sense of security is undergoing major changes and transformations within the structures themselves, Sagittarius. Okay, yeah, I just pulled a Queen of Rods on that. That's you. Yeah, and an Ace of Swords. There's going to be some truths that need to be spoken that may, you know, bring some towers, or you may be bringing some changes and discussions around what you're building in your home or your family legacy. You know, take it as it resonates. These are some of the same themes that popped up last month, you guys, and I feel like it's it's like a continuation of those down here in this read. Although I do see you making significant progress with it, Sagittarius, okay? Just looks a little tough and tight, okay? All right, I am just going to take one other look over here real quick. I did feel that some of you that are, especially those of you that are highly tied into a family business, especially one that's like large, if it's in the service industry, maybe undergoing significant issues right now, okay, that are really, really hard. I got that last month and I'm getting it this month again as well. It's not gonna, that's not gonna apply to all of you, but for those of you that it is, I'm just getting that very strongly, all right? Especially if one of these members involves a heavy air sign, okay? Take that as it resonates. For others of you, you know, I do see significant times of change right now going on with you, which is exactly what I expect with the astrology the way it is. And it does, there are some very, very positive things going on around you. It's just definitely a time of transition. And those of you that have a child, maybe experiencing some either arguments with someone else in regards to that child, all right, whether that be your significant other or your ex or whatnot, okay? And I just, you know, would want you guys to really step in from a heart space on everything. You guys have a ton of fire and heart anyway, okay? But I just feel like this feeling that you guys feel uneasy about some things right now. And they may be things within your own self, you know? And tied up and bound on some things. Please meet me in that specialty reading. I'll see you guys in your love reading. And then I'm also going to start posting some weeklies, so I'll see you guys in there as well. All right? Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you soon.